Welcome back to my workshop. Now today it's apparently very important that we get a banana tree. Now I didn't even know what a banana tree was, and it's not a full-size tree that bananas grow on. It's something for the kitchen. So let me quickly draw you a picture of what I think it should look like. Right, so apparently a banana tree is a couple of pieces of wood with a hook that you hook your bananas on. Now you'd probably need one of these because apparently if you put bananas in with your apples and oranges, it can send them off instantly. Okay, so we need a banana tree. So the idea is we have a little wooden base like that. Then we have some sort of hooky thing like that. And then a metal hook like that. Okay, and then your bananas hang on here, apparently. Something like that. Right, can't be that difficult, surely. What have I got to play with? Right, so all I've got is a couple of bits of this, which is actually plywood. I don't know if that's going to work, but this is very dense plywood. It's off of an old 1960s trophy cabinet. I've got two pieces of that. I've got a box with various hooks. Okay, must be something in there. I might need to adjust them possibly, I don't know. And I've got some bananas. Okay, so let's draw a quick rough outline. It's all going to be done on the bandsaw. It's not going to be precision engineering. It's going to be a banana tree. Right, let's draw a rough outline on one of the pieces of wood. Right, so as I say, this is actually plywood. It's hardwood ply and it's very dense. It's probably because it's so old. So I've got to be careful when I sand it down because there's obviously a very thin veneer on either face. But we'll see how we go with that. Right, so we need a shape on here and it's got to be big enough for the bananas to hang off of. Okay, so, right, yeah, let's just draw something. Right, so I'm just basically going to cut this out on the freehand on the bandsaw. Hopefully this blade is going to be okay. It's quite a big blade. I might have to change it. I've got a slightly slimmer one here, but I don't really want to do that if I don't have to. So let me just cut the rough shape out and then we can sand it afterwards. All right, here we go. Right, I've tried cutting that out, but the angle is far too, or the curve is far too sharp. So what I'm going to have to do is change my blade to a slightly thinner blade, and hopefully it's a bit sharper. Right, let me get on with that. Right, so looking at this, this should be big enough for our bananas, okay, to hang like this. Right, we need the base now. Now, obviously, we've got to make sure that the base sticks out forwards because otherwise, if it doesn't poke out too far forwards, it's going to end up doing this, okay? We don't want that to happen. Okay, so it's probably going to be further out at the front than it is at the back and wide enough that it doesn't tip this way. So let's make something up as we go along. Right, I think what I'll do is the bit I've cut out here, I think I'll use this as the base. Okay, this should be just big enough. So I'm going to cut a square out of this somehow. Right, this has obviously got a mount on here, but to give it a little bit of extra strength, rather than it being a bit tippy like this, I think what I'll do is I'll recess it into here. Okay, so I'll just do that with a router. So what I'll do is I'll square off this end here and this end here, so it goes in straight, and then just mark out where I want to route it out. Let's come in a little bit. This is all very approximate. All right, let me cut these ends off. Right, I live in the UK and I've just checked online, and from The Range, which is a shop in the UK, I suppose it's the same as the Home Depot in the US. I've just checked online and you could buy one of these for about £5, which is about $6. But, you know, what's the point in that? I get a chance to make something. Anyway, right, this fits in here now. I think I better do a bit of shaping. I'll use the sander for that. Alright, just looking at this now, I've got it roughly smooth. It looks a bit clunky, doesn't it? So I think what I'll do is I'll trim it in this side and trim it in this side as well. Make it a little bit more elegant, a little bit more finesse. But I'm stuck with this bit at the bottom, obviously because I've already cut the recess. So what I'll do is I'll just quickly draw something on there to try and make it look a bit less clunky. Yeah, let's make something up. Right, so this has got a little bit more shape to it now, but the base is looking a bit, nah. I think what I'll do is I'll profile this base, but I'll mirror some of this. Let me show you what I mean. Also, if I do that, I've got a little bit of chip out here, which I didn't notice until just now. I was going to do it the other way up, but it's too late now. So I think what I'll do is, using this, if I somehow line that up there, I can follow this curve. So it mirrors this curve, it cuts this away, and it also cuts this out. If I do that on that side and on that side, should end up with a funky looking base. Right, well, let's just try it and see what happens. Probably down there, I think. Yeah. Right. Yeah. Right, my regular viewers may remember about 6 months ago I made a wooden heart for a wedding, and I used some of this, which is iron-on edging, and I've got some left. So I'm thinking I may use it on this, because obviously this is ply and it doesn't look the best. Some people like it, some people don't. Okay, so I think what I'll do is I'll try it, I'll put it on the edge, and then when I sand it down, I'll be very careful and see if I can get it looking nice. Hopefully it's going to turn out okay. So what I've got to do, get my iron out, get it hot, and then start ironing this stuff on. All right, so what I'm going to do here, I'm going to use my little Stanley vise, which is still excellent after all this time. Just going to hold it and then iron it on here, and then release it, move it round, do some more. But my iron is making some funny noises, clicking and clacking. Hope it doesn't blow up on me. Right, let's let that warm up. Right, I was just a little bit heavy-handed here, finishing it off at the back here, and I've split it, but it should be okay, hopefully, when I iron it in position. Let's hope. Yeah, right, it's not fantastic, but it's right at the back. No one's going to be able to see it, and it's a banana stand. Right, okay, let's do the upper bit. Just realised, this looks like a fish. Right, to mount this in here, all I'm going to do is drill a couple of little holes here, all the way through, countersink them on the bottom, and then drill the holes through and put some screws in. That sounds simple enough, doesn't it? And then hopefully that will sit like that. We're getting there. All right, so I guess we're at that stage now. Everybody's favourite, we've got to start doing some sanding. But before we do that, where I put on the iron-on edging, which some people think is cheating, but it's fine. Where you put the iron-on edging, you end up with this ridge, obviously, at the edge of it. So we've got to get this off. So what I might do is either sand it very gently or go around with a scalpel and cut off the majority of it. Because if you hit it with a sander, you might chip it off. Okay, so you've got to be a bit careful about that. So I'm probably going to find my scalpel, go around the edge, and then sand it. How exciting. Bit of a problem, I seem to have lost my scalpel, so I'm going to have to do it with a Stanley blade. It's brand new, so it should be quite sharp. Let's give it a go. Right, just looking through my little box of hooks here. The biggest ones I've got are these ones, but I don't think they're going to be quite good enough. They work, but I think I need this hook to be a bit straighter, I think. So let's get this in the vise and see if I can actually bend it. Don't forget to turn your iron off. You leave it on and it costs a lot of money. Right, over to the vise. Right, so this is what we started with, and this is what we've ended up with. It's a bit unconventional, but it's a bit more banana friendly. Yeah. Right, so what we've got to do now is get this in here somewhere. Right, so that's pretty much all the bits, all sanded, all ready to go. I think what I'll do is I'll just give it a coat of wax for now. If we do need to varnish it or something else later, then we can do that. But I'm just going to use some finishing wax, coat it all on, buff it off, maybe give it another coat, buff it off again, put it together, put bananas on it. Right, let's put some wax on it. Right, so that's just about it. It's all done now. It was a very simple project. I did it far too quick. The finish could have been better. The lines could have been better, but it's done. It's a thing. I'm quite happy with it. It's got a practical purpose. As I say, I know you can go and buy these for about £5, but where's the fun in that? I mean, I've made this. Yes, it's taken me a couple of hours, but I've made a thing and I'm happy with it. But as long as Mrs. Little Workshop's happy with it, then everyone's happy. Okay, that'll do for now. Thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye. Right, to mount this, oh God, oh dear, dusty. Don't forget to turn your iron off. I didn't.